Have you ever set a New Year's resolution that just completely fizzled out by February? Or wondered why some people seem to maintain good habits while others struggle easily? If that's you, this episode is for you. We're going to explore James Clear's revolutionary book, Atomic Habits, and his approach to building better habits, not through dramatic overhauls or sheer willpower, but through tiny incremental changes that compound into remarkable results. Ready to begin? Let's turn the page. Welcome to That's Life, I Swear. This podcast is about life's happenings in this world that conjure up such words as intriguing, frightening, life-changing, inspiring, and more. I'm Rick Barron, your host. That said, here's the rest of this story. So let's talk about the abstract of the book. Whether you're looking to improve your health, boost your productivity, or simply understand why you do what you do, Atomic Habits offers a framework that's both scientifically sound and, surprisingly, very simple. Atomic Habits presents a comprehensive structure for understanding how small changes can lead to remarkable results over time. James Clear argues that the key to building good habits and breaking bad ones lies not in making drastic transformations, but in implementing tiny incremental improvements that compound over time. The book introduces the concept of atomic habits, small routines that are part of a larger system, and demonstrates how focusing on systems rather than goals leads to sustained success. Clear organizes his methodology around 4 laws of behavior change. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. Through these 4 principles, he explains how habits shape our identity and how changing our habits requires shifting our beliefs about ourselves. The book is filled with practical strategies drawn from biology, psychology, and neuroscience, making complex scientific concepts accessible and actionable. Clear emphasizes that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement, showing how getting just 1% better each day leads to significant transformation over months and years. Rather than focusing on willpower or motivation, the book provides a systematic approach to habit formation that accounts for human nature and environmental design, making it relevant for anyone seeking personal or professional growth. Now let's talk about the author. James Clear is a writer, speaker, and habit formation expert whose work has reached millions worldwide. He began his journey into understanding habits after a serious baseball accident in high school that left him with a severe brain injury. Through the patient application of small, consistent improvements, he recovered and eventually earned academic all-conference honors as a college athlete. This personal experience sparked his fascination with the science of habit formation and continuous improvement. Clear graduated from Denison University, where he studied biomechanics, and has since dedicated his career to researching and teaching practical strategies for improving habits and decision-making. His website, jamesclear.com, receives millions of visitors monthly, and his popular newsletter reaches over 2 million subscribers. Before publishing Atomic Habits in 2018, Clear spent years distilling research and real-world applications into actionable insights. His work has been featured in major publications including the New York Times, Time Magazine, and Entrepreneur. Clear's approach combines scientific rigor with practical wisdom, making complex behavioral psychology accessible to everyday readers. He works with organizations ranging from Fortune 500 companies to professional sports teams, helping them apply habit-based strategies to achieve their goals. James doesn't merely report the research of others. He tries out the concepts for himself as he experiments with building better habits as an entrepreneur, writer, and weightlifter. In the end, his talks are 1 part storytelling, 1 part academic research, and 1 part personal experiment, forming a very colorful blend of inspirational stories, scientific research, and hard-earned wisdom. Now, what drew my interest in wanting to read this book? My interest in Atomic Habits stemmed from a growing frustration with traditional self-help advice that promised dramatic transformations, but rarely delivered lasting results. I had experienced the common cycle of setting ambitious goals with initial enthusiasm, only to find my motivation declining within weeks, which only frustrated me even more. The book's premise that massive success comes from small, consistent actions rather than dramatic overhauls resonated with my own observations after sustainable change. I was particularly intrigued by Clear's evidence-based approach, which promised practical strategies grounded in scientific research rather than motivational platitudes. The concept of atomic habits, the idea that tiny changes could compound into significant outcomes, offered a refreshing alternative to the all-or-nothing mentality that had led to repeated failures in my past attempts at self-improvement. Additionally, recommendations from trusted colleagues who had successfully applied Clear's principles in their own lives added credibility to the book's claims. I was also drawn to the promise of a systematic framework that could be applied across different areas of life, from health and productivity to relationships and creativity. The book's reputation for being both intellectually rigorous and immediately actionable made it seem like the practical guide I've been looking for. So what can we learn from this story? What's the takeaway? The fundamental takeaway from Atomic Habits is that remarkable results stem from the collection of small, consistent actions rather than singular, transformative moments. Clear teaches us that our current habits are a reflection of our current identity, and lasting change requires shifting our self-perception before changing our behaviors. I think the book's most valuable lesson is the 4-step process for habit formation: cue, craving, response, and reward, along with the corresponding laws to either build or break habits. We learn that environmental design is more powerful than willpower. By making good habits obvious and convenient, while making bad habits invisible and difficult, we can engineer success into our own surroundings. The concept of habit stacking, where we attach new habits to existing ones, provides a practical way to integrate into daily life. Clear emphasizes the importance of focusing on systems rather than goals, arguing that winners and losers often share the same goals, but that winners have better systems. Perhaps most importantly, the book teaches patience and faith in the process, explaining that results often don't become visible until crossing a platitude of latent potential. Well, there you go, my friends. That's life, I swear. For further information regarding the material covered in this episode, I invite you to visit my website, which can be found on Apple Podcasts, for show notes and the episode transcript. As always, I thank you for the privilege of you listening and your interest. Be sure to subscribe here or wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you soon.